Hi dear students, good morning and welcome to a new chapter number 20, Locomotion and Movement. Okay, so locomotion and movement are two different words. Okay, so let's see what is the difference between locomotion and movement. Okay, so let's start. Movement is one of the most distinguished feature of living beings. Okay, all the living beings included plant and animal exhibits one or the other kind of the movement. So movement and locomotion are activities by which body of the organisms or parts of the body move from its place. Okay, and movement of the body parts of the organ is relation to the body exist and termed as movement. Understood? In other words, we can say this is the process in which any organ of animal or whole body locomotes from one place to another. So from movement, body has special organ which are called locomotory organ. Okay, and by specific study of the body movement, that is called kinesiology. Clear? So the organ which provide a definite shape of the body in animal, that is called skeleton, and all the skeletal tissue of organ in the body that constitute the skeletal system. Okay, for example, a chitinous skeletal means it is found in cell wall of the certain fungi and algae. Okay, it is a type of fluid. So the study of the bone and cartilage and all the skeletal system is called osteology. Okay. Now movement and locomotion. So what is movement and locomotion? So as described above, there are difference between locomotion and movement. In locomotion, displacement of whole body happens from one place to another. That is called locomotion, like walking, running, flying, swimming, etc. These are the examples of locomotion. Okay, but whenever we are talking about movement, okay, so on the other hand, it is found in the most of the plants that excretion are some unicellular or multicellular. In case of the movement, the displacement of the body parts occurs in relation to the position of the body, means opening and closing of eyelids, breathing of the heart, expansion and coordination of lungs, up and down of the jaw while eating something, right? So all these are called the movement. Clear? So locomotion means when we are going from one place to another, that is called locomotion. But movement means when we are rotating our head, right, our hands, head, everything. So that is called movement. Now there are types of movement. So in multicellular organisms, movement takes place by following two methods, that is muscular movement and non-muscular movement. So muscular movement. In vertebrates, animal movement and locomotion takes place by means of muscles and skeleton system. In fact, most of the multicellular animal that exhibit muscular movement. Okay, and the muscular movement are further divided into four parts. They are divided into two parts, that is locomotion. Locus means place, motions means to move, means from one place to another place, that is called locomotion, means the movement of an individual from one place to another is called locomotion. Now movement of the body organ, that means when only a part of a body that moves in a relation of the body exit while in the other body remain stationary at the same place, that is called the movement of body organ, like the movement of limbs, appendages, heads, trunks, right? So several body parts. Clear? Now again it included two types of movement, that is first we can say movement of external body part, and next is we having movement of internal body organ. Okay, so movement of external body part means movement of limbs, appendages, head, trunk, that help to maintain equilibrium of the body, right? So When we will talk about movement of internal organ, that means movement of urinary wall to give birth to a child, right? Or various versatile organs like exhibit different kinds of movement that help in animal to respire proper, food in the alimentary canal, yes, pass urine. All these will count as a movement of internal organ. Okay, so now this is all about movement. Yes, muscular movement. Now second we having is non-muscular movement. So what is non-muscular movement? Movement in which muscles do not take part. Okay, that is called non-muscular movement, like flagella movement, cilia movement, pseudopodial and yes, cytoplasmic streaming movement. Okay, that means movement of the fluid substances within a part of a plant or animal cell. Okay, the motion of transport of nutrients, proteins and cells, their movement, they will count. So we already know what is flagella, cilia and pseudopodia. They help different types of animals to move. Okay, but there is no muscles. That is why they are called non-muscular movement. Clear? Now next, see here we having one locomotion of the invertebrates. Okay, means in invertebrates which type of locomotion is present. So in this table you can see. Okay, so let's start with the locomotion in amoeba. Okay, so in amoeba I told you that it is a unicellular organism, right? So in amoeba there is pseudopodia is present. You can see in this picture. So these pseudopodia help the amoeba to move from one place to another. Even that help, it is a finger like projection that also help to eat that different food, to intake the food. Okay, now movement in paramecium. Paramecium you can see, this is cilia movement of the paramecium. So these are cilia like hairy structures, these are present and they are help that organism to move from one place to another. Okay, now movement in euglena. Okay, so in euglena which type of that locomotory organ is present? So flagella is present. You can see this thread like structure, they are called flagellar body. So these flagella help euglena to go from one place to another. Okay, next is movement and locomotion in hydra. So in hydra you can see this structure, my dear students, this, yes. So in hydra it is the sedentary, collurentate, which remain fixed at one point of the same time and moves in search of food. Okay, so they having different types of this hydra present, so they can go by this from one place to another. So how? Like you can see the present in the outer layer, that ectoderm of the body wall is present. In the air side, endoderm or gastroderm body wall is present, right? So by gliding. What is gliding? It is a simplest type of movement in which epidermal cell of its basal disc enable hydra to creep or glide slowly over the substance and it is attached. Okay, that is called pseudopodial glide, right? And looping. What is looping? Means the bending of body is known as looping. See here it is written looping. Okay. Now next we having is somerestulation. Somerestulation means what? That means, yes, progression. Okay, progression means it is a common and rapid movement of the method of the progression in the animal. Some salts as an acrolate in this type first to the tentacle end in a broad forward and attached to the substratum, means they will first come forward, then they close, then they move little in this way. Okay, now in hydra swimming. Now hydra can swim also. So hydra swims in water by undulating wave like movement when it dislocated by the strong current. Okay, floating. Hydra can float also, they can walk and even they can climb also. See here, yes. So these types of different movements which present in hydra you can see, right? Now locomotion in annelida. You can see this is the picture of annelida. So in annelida, okay, so in annelida, like leech, earthworm, movement takes place with the help of longitudinal or circular muscle that present in the dermomuscular body wall of the animal. Okay, so you can see by the wall of the body they can just go forward and forward. Okay, so one of this, and next we having is looping. What is looping? And next swimming, you all know. See here, this picture is given. Yes, this is locomotion in leech. Okay, so what is looping? Leech fixes its posterior sucker of the substratum and then just go forward, then move, then go forward. So in this way that can move easily. Okay, now swimming movement. Swimming, you all know, during swimming the body becomes dorsiventrally flattened and perform a successive and undulating movement. Clear? Now locomotion in starfish. Okay, now see here, this is the picture of starfish. Okay, so starfish, endocrine like starfish, have developed water vascular system for locomotion. So each radical canal is provided with 2 rows of tube feet. Okay, that is tube feet handling free, unbent, and one is by bent. Okay, so by this way starfish can also move. Clear? Now next we having is locomotion in molluscus. Okay, so in molluscus have muscles foot in their body. So by the contraction and relaxation of the foot, soft body of the molluscus that move forward. But in case of octopus, locomotion takes place by muscular arms. Clear? Now locomotion in insects. So in insect move by using appendages. Some fly with the help of swing muscular system and also help in the locomotion. Clear? So this is called different types of locomotion which present in different types of organisms or animals. Clear? So in next class we will discuss about locomotion in vertebrate. Okay, so in vertebrate which type of locomotion is present. Till here this is for today, and I hope till here you understood. Do your study well. Thank you.